The Shimmering Crown. Combat start. If relics in inventory are greater than 100, heal 100%. If baubles in inventory are greater than 100, minus 10%. Minus 10 stress. That's at combat start. You have to basically never buy anything, but holy shit. We've gotten that many relics and baubles before. It's not that hard. Temptation. When stained item is equipped, at turn start, extra action or 1 damage, but you have minus 100% death blow resistance. Oh, that's wild. I don't know who you would put that on. I mean, it is a temptation for certain, but yikes. Bone Mallet is a weapon. Apply on crit. If flame is less than 40, dazed. If target has stunned, plus 50% damage. Does daze count as a stun token for the second line? That's question. Deathblow resist is a myth anyway. I mean, in this game, absolutely, Sergeant Joe Duck. Sergeant Joe is correct on that one. It's a myth. They die all the time, for fuck's sake. We got an ad in about a minute, just FYI for those of you that it applies to. However, Twitch Turbo is an option to help out all the streamers that you watch, and subscribing to me helps me specifically a huge, huge amount. We are attempting to get 20 subscribers, so that would help me out, but it is optional. Calibrating sensor. Gain on miss, strong. Gain when hit. If speed is less than or equal to 2, block. 66% chance. I like the calibrating sensor. That's a fun one. That's a nice one. I like that one. Armory key. If armor item is equipped, 20% max HP. If weapon item is equipped, 20% damage. And we have weapon and armors both in trinkets and in combat items. So you can have both, actually. Armory key I like. Armory key I like. That is goodness. That is awesomeness. We like that. We like that. Okay, we still got some candles to go through. Jealous Whisper. If stained item is equipped, when moving, add a positive token. Gain when moved by ally skill, a positive token. Gain when moved by enemy, remove all positive tokens, stress. Okay. The Jealous Whisper is meant for when you have a jester with the I move everybody build to buff them. Yeah. I could see this being, like, if you RNGesus this with the right jester build, I could see this being massively amazing. Ooh. That could be awesome. Like, it could be awesome on other builds too, but... The Pig Sticker, which is a weapon. Gain on crit if flame is less than 40, stealth. If target has combo, plus 10% crit. Cool. Alright. Hardened Heart. If stained item is equipped, plus 200% dot resistance to all 3 types. Gain on dot resist 2 damage. So if you resist, you're gonna hurt yourself, but you will resist that stuff. Oh boy. And then we can't afford trinkets anymore.
Wisdom will help you choose a path. Resourcefulness will ensure you survive it.
The only thing that we can spend...
Study the winding roads and routes of our kingdom.
Is, I guess...
any advantage.
The Infernal Flames. We can spend the rest of the candle on getting our first Infernal Flame. which we don't need, but it could be interesting. These are all the things that we've learned about now, including the hatchling crocodilian, which when moving, plus 3% damage for one battle, -1 speed, 20% chance for that same battle. The crimson tick, gain on killing blow, chance to produce the item that people keep wanting. 8% chance only, though, but still. And then Shambler's Spawn, which is a stained pet, unlocks the potential for cultist trinkets for everybody, not just the person who has the stain on. Plus 33% cultist encounters, plus 200% cultist encounter location scouting, minus 100% location scouting, minus 100% route scouting. Wow. Wow. That sounds a little bit like hard mode, not gonna lie. But all of these things don't require one of these to put it on. Ugh. Ugh. Okay. Well, these are the currencies and provisions we've found. These are all the combat items. These are all the inn items. These are all the trinkets that we know about. There's a lot of them. Quite a lot now. And these are all the stagecoach items, including all the pets, but not necessarily all the trophies. I believe there is 3 trophies per boss. So as you can see, I have all of the Leviathans, I have all of the generals, I have 2 of the librarians, 2 of the babies. I do not believe that is all of the bosses. The Churgan doesn't really have a trophy because he's not technically a lair boss. And there's a few other roaming bosses that may or may not have trophies. But yeah, these are the ones that we know of. And we've gotten all the Radiant Flames. None of the Infernals. We have all of the pets now. So we know about them all. And we have all the stagecoach items. Yay for us. So that is everything we know. Everything that we can recollect. We're still working on...
To recall a thing is to make it real once more.
We still have some trinkets left to remember. We're about 10 trinkets away from maxing that out. And then after that, I guess we start playing with Infernal Flame. But that's it for candles.
Once more into the maelstrom, in search of what hope yet remains.
And this is where we're going to leave Darkest Dungeon. So, it's Friday, the last day that I stream. Do we pick up Darkest Dungeon next week and continue until I make it through the last mountain? Which might take a while. It took me until the next February to finish Darkest Dungeon 1. It may take just that long to finish Darkest Dungeon 2. Because I suck at this game. It took me through the entirety of spooky season just to get through the first 3 mountains. Do we stick with this, guys? Or do we move on for the holidays? I don't have any necessarily holiday-specific games for United States Thanksgiving, which is my next up-and-coming holiday, or the upcoming Christmas and various December holiday season. But I could change games right now and be done with Darkest Dungeon. What do you guys think? What do we want? The Veilguard? I don't have it yet, Winter Fairy. It's expensive right now because it just came out. Veilguard just came out. And for those of you who have been here for a long time, you know I love the Dragon Age games. I could play Inquisition, which is the previous game. I could play Dragon Age Origins, Dragon Age 2, or Inquisition, honestly. I own all 3. And it's been a while since I've played them. But I don't own the Veilguard yet. And it just literally came out, so it's expensive. I am a broke streamer. Please pity me. But yeah. I have other games that I can play. Sims 4 just got a new update, which I can't... I mean, I did get the current updates, but I don't have the new... I actually don't have the last 4 of the expansions. So I could go back to Sims 4 certainly, but we'd have to start a new game with a new sim and do new things. The ghosts are, yeah, I know the ghosts and the occult switching are base game now. I'm just like, none of the new stuff that just came out I have. In fact, none of the last 4 new things that just came out. And that's not including things like the kits and some other miscellaneous lesser expansion stuff. I just don't have it all, and it's expensive. It was recently like very much on sale, and I did not have the money for even when it was on sale, so I'll have to wait till another sale when I have funds. But we could move on to something else. We could. What that something else will be, I don't know. I'd have to figure it out over the weekend. Or we could continue Darkest Dungeon until I've finished, because we have this expedition and we've never even modded the game either, so there's a lot more to come. There's even a new DLC for Darkest Dungeon 2 that's in the future still but has been announced. So maybe we can play Sims for you. We can make Sims for you to play. I mean, you'd have to upload them to the community store, but sure, they have to be on the gallery where I can find them, which does mean that we have a better chance of becoming friends on The Sims 4, but we could absolutely do that. Winter Fairy's the only one putting their options forward. What horrors could we unleash? I mean, with mods, really anything goes. I do know that Mr. Scrake has modded certain of the classes. We could play with mods for the first time. I'd have to poke Mr. Scrake and be like, hey, give me your mod. But we could absolutely do modded Darkest Dungeon going forward, or we could literally play. I did make you as a sim. You made me as a sim? Aw, Winter Fairy, you're so sweet. Yeah, Mr. Scrake, you are working on more mods. So, there's my socials for anyone who would like to follow me anywhere. I make no money on any of my socials. I'm a very basic streamer. So basic. It's funny. I mean, I can't do links in my chat because Automod will tell you no. Well, actually, I think it might, in fact, be Nightbot will go no. But yes, I would love a link to your leper mod just to check out on my own time, if nothing else. But like, are we continuing Darkest Dungeon here? That is the question. Or are we switching games and I will figure it out on Monday what I'm doing? Or I should say by Monday. What game I'm doing next. Because spooky season is officially over. Today is the day the Day of the Dead, the last of the spooky season holidays in my book. Thank you, Mr. Scrake. I got the link. I appreciate you. And so this was my spooky season game. I could pick up right where we left off next year for spooky season, or we could finish this. We could finish Darkest Dungeon 2 and pick up a new spooky season game next year. Because I like doing spooky season stuff. I have to be particular about it because of my hemophobia, but I do my best to have fun. That doesn't mean I don't play Darkest Dungeon behind the scenes. Don't get me wrong. I do like these games. They're crazy. But I was hoping chat would help me figure out what I want to do next. If they don't want to see more of this. So please weigh in, chat. I heart you.